Welcome to The Explainer. Listen, if you've been dreaming of going abroad for work or study, you really need to hear this. Falling for a visa scam, it isn't just a tiny bump in the road. It can literally destroy your career, wipe out your life savings, and honestly, permanently shatter your dreams of traveling overseas. So today, we're exposing the ultimate predators in the immigration industry, and I'm going to show you exactly how to protect yourself.
I want you to think about this number for a second. $45 million. That's the amount of money people lost to visa fraud in 2025 alone. The stakes here could not be higher. Agents are dangling the shiny, irresistible toy of guaranteed approvals, and while doing it, they're stealing millions from hardworking people who are just trying to build a better life. We're talking about serious, highly organized fraud that completely preys on your highest hopes.
So, let me ask you this directly. Have you been guaranteed a 100% visa? Has an agent actually looked you in the eye and told you your approval is an absolute certainty? Well, if they did, I need you to hit the brakes right now. You're being lured into a very, very dangerous trap. Let me be crystal clear here. No one, and I mean absolutely no one, can promise you a 100% guarantee.
Here's our roadmap for today's explainer. We'll be covering visa fraud red flags, AI document detection, physical visa verification, official online verification, and finally, your action plan.
Okay, let's jump right into Section 1, Visa Fraud Red Flags. The fundamental truth you have to understand is that the final decision rests solely with the government. Consider the contrast between the lie and the reality. Agents will frequently boast about having an inside man at the embassy or some VIP connection that bypasses the normal system for a guaranteed approval. But the reality? Visa officers do not operate on favors. Actually, scratch that. They literally can't operate on favors. They work strictly on unbendable government protocols and highly complex algorithms. The system is designed to be completely impartial.
And here's the scammer's exact playbook. If your agent demands full payment upfront before they've even lifted a finger, all while making fake promises of a full refund if it fails, yeah, that is a massive red flag. More often than not, those guys just disappear into thin air the second the payment clears. Also, watch out for artificial urgency. You know, when they pressure you, saying things like, "Act today, only 2 slots left," they're just trying to force you to pull the trigger without thinking. Please don't fall for it.
Moving on to Section 2, AI document detection.
The days of relying on old-school shortcuts or slapping something together in Photoshop, those days are completely over. Check out this time frame, 2 seconds. With today's AI technology, that is literally all it takes for a modern embassy to catch a manipulated experience letter or a fake degree. 2 seconds, and your chances are gone.
Let's break down how this is actually being used globally. Places like Canada, the US, the UK, and across Europe are deploying some extremely serious cutting-edge tech. We're talking image forensics that can instantly tell if a photo or document has been altered. They're using blockchain to verify the absolute authenticity of your university degrees. And listen closely to this part. If you submit a fake English language scorecard, like for IELTS or a manipulated salary slip, these systems will flag it immediately. The consequence? A devastating 5-year ban or outright deportation. Trying to cheat this system will absolutely wreck your future.
All right, Section 3, physical visa verification.
Now, I want to empower you to be your own investigator. If an agent has already handed you a physical visa sticker, you need to physically interact with it. First up, check for embossed seals. Just run your fingers over the printing. A real visa has raised, embossed ink that you can actually feel. A fake is going to feel completely flat. Second, holograms. Tilt your visa under a light, or ideally a UV light. You should see specific patterns shining and shifting around. And finally, microprinting. Grab a magnifying glass. Authentic visas feature incredibly tiny text that stays perfectly crisp under magnification. On a fake document, that tiny text is just going to look like a blurred, messy blob.
And honestly, don't ignore the most obvious visual cues. Real visas require high-resolution photos and absolutely perfect alignment. Scammers almost always mess up the basic photo quality. If your photo looks a little flat, slightly pixelated, or if the text alignment just seems off, there's a very high chance you're holding a counterfeit.
Let's look at Section 4, official online verification.
Digital verification is essentially your ultimate safety net. But, and this is absolutely crucial, never ever click on tracking links provided by your agent. You've got to verify the domain yourself. Look at these exact government domains. If you're applying to Canada, the URL must end in .gc.ca. For the US, it has to be .gov. For the UK, it's .gov.uk. Scammers are incredibly good at spoofing websites to make them look legit, so always double-check that address bar in your browser. Here are the specific portals you should be using. For Canada, go straight to the IRCC website and use the eCAS portal by punching in your 8 or 10-digit UCI number. Heading to the UAE, you'll need to input your passport details into the official Smart Services portal. And for Saudi Arabia, go to the official MOFA site, put in your passport number, select your job type, and boom, you'll uncover the truth. These are actionable direct ways to completely bypass your agent and see what's actually happening with your application.
Finally, Section 5, your action plan.
Okay, if you're listening to this and realizing you might currently be caught in one of these scams, here's your 3-step rescue plan. Step 1, report the fraud directly to the embassy. You have to do this to make sure your personal immigration record stays totally clean. Step 2, initiate a bank chargeback. If you paid with a credit card, call your bank, report the fraud, and fight to get your money back. Step 3, contact licensed experts. From here on out, only deal with properly authorized professionals. For example, if you're dealing with Canada, make sure they're a CICC authorized consultant.
I want to wrap up this explainer with a really powerful thought to keep in mind. A visa is a legal process, not a lottery. You're educated now. You're empowered. You have the exact tools you need to make yourself completely immune to the lies of predatory agents. The stakes are just way too high to leave your future to chance. So what exact step are you going to take today to secure your dreams the right way?